A widespread cloud outage disrupted services for several hours, knocking out consumer apps and enterprise dashboards. Engineers worked through the night to restore redundancy and patch the root cause, which appears tied to a configuration cascade. The incident is a reminder that even highly distributed systems have single points of failure. Businesses should revisit recovery plans and multi-cloud strategies to reduce exposure. Downs. Let's dive in. Big update. OpenAI just launched parental controls and teen protections for ChatGPT. Parents and teens can link accounts for ages 13 to 17, set content limits like blocking graphic violence or sexual roleplay, restrict images and voice features, schedule quiet hours, and even get optional alerts if the AI flags high-risk behavior. Importantly, OpenAI says parents won't receive chat transcripts, a privacy-preserving move, and it's exploring age prediction tools. This is a direct response to public pressure and legal scrutiny. Expect more questions about verification and whether voluntary tools will satisfy regulators. Commerce is coming to your chat. OpenAI launched an in-ChatGPT instant checkout feature built with Stripe, enabling payments through card, Apple Pay, and Google Pay, and initial integrations with marketplaces like Etsy. It's called Instant Checkout and uses a new commerce protocol designed to let agents actually complete purchases. For users, this means faster workflows, ask for a product, and buy without leaving chat. For merchants, it's a new distribution channel, and for regulators, it raises more questions about consumer protections and data sharing across services. A major chipmaker unveiled a next-generation data center GPU designed for large AI training workloads, promising higher performance per watt and new memory tiers. Early benchmarks show strong gains for model training and inference, and cloud providers are already lining up for test units. This could accelerate AI deployment while nudging prices and availability across the market. For startups and researchers, faster chips mean quicker experiments. For enterprises, it means recalibrating costs and infrastructure plans. Regulators in the EU advanced a draft AI regulation this week aimed at higher-risk systems and stricter transparency requirements for generative models. The draft would require risk assessments, clear documentation, and potential audits for systems deployed at scale. Companies operating across borders will need to map compliance quickly, and this could set global standards that other jurisdictions follow. Expect intense lobbying and a scramble by firms to adapt documentation and governance practices. A leading social platform rolled out new AI-powered creator tools, automated video editing, smart captioning, and monetization suggestions tuned to audience data. Creators can produce polished clips faster and get AI-driven insights on what performs best. This lowers the production bar but also intensifies competition on the platform. Creators who adopt these tools quickly could see boosts, while concerns about originality and algorithmic fairness will grow. A widespread cloud outage disrupted services for several hours, knocking out consumer apps and enterprise dashboards. Engineers worked through the night to restore redundancy and patch the root cause, which appears tied to a configuration cascade. The incident is a reminder that even highly distributed systems have single points of failure. Businesses should revisit recovery plans and multi-cloud strategies to reduce exposure. Downs. Let's dive in. Researchers announced a promising battery chemistry that cuts charging times dramatically while retaining lifespan. Prototype cells reached high energy density and faster charge cycles in lab testing, which could accelerate adoption for electric vehicles and portable devices. Commercialization will take time, but the announcement pushed several automakers' shares higher and renewed investor interest in battery scale-up technologies. A voice tech startup introduced near-perfect voice cloning but paired it with mandatory consent checks, watermarking audio metadata, and verified identity gates for commercial use. The announcement tries to square innovation with ethics after voice fraud concerns. If adopted widely, these controls could become standard practice, but enforcement and cross-platform interoperability will be the real tests. An autonomous vehicle program passed a major safety benchmark in public road testing, demonstrating consistent lane merge and emergency response behaviors in complex urban traffic. Regulators praised the transparent reporting, and the company emphasized layered redundancy and simulation-driven validation. This milestone narrows the gap between pilot projects and scaled deployment, though public trust and legal frameworks remain hurdles. A cybersecurity company revealed a sophisticated supply chain malware campaign that quietly injected backdoors into widely used developer tools. The report shows how attackers exploited build pipelines to reach downstream customers, prompting immediate patching and advisories. Organizations should validate software provenance, rotate keys, and tighten CI/CD controls. This is a reminder that the software supply chain is now a prime target. That's a wrap. 10 stories that matter right now. The themes are clear. AI is moving faster into everyday life, regulation and safety are catching up, and underlying infrastructure, chips, cloud, batteries is still the foundation. Tell me which story you want to deep dive on next. Hit like if this was useful and subscribe to stay ahead of the headlines. I'll see you in the next update.